You good?
And we are live Wednesday night with those guys. And Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those
Those
guys.
guys. I'm sorry about that, man. I was like seeing you move around. You were doing your thing, and then, of course, I had to ask. Don't worry about it, Wells Rob. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys. You know the host of the stream, Herman, Phantom Flight 101. I'm the co-host. And now see, this is where I would play the clappings, but they can't hear it. I can only hear it on my end.
I don't know what happened to you.
It does me no good, man, the clapping. Nobody can hear.
What
If I turn my mic up and turn it, hold on. If I do it like this, let me turn the setting on the mic and turn the TV up. Maybe you could hear. I don't know yet. Hold on. You can hear this now? Very, yeah. Yeah, it's that low. Hey, El Smeghead, Johnny Drone Fly.
Hey, Johnny Drone Fly. What's up, man?
Corey Mano, how are you guys?
Well, Rob. Corey, what's up? JSK. What's good, man?
Leonard,
how you guys doing?
How the hell is everyone doing?
Well,
how are you, Herman?
I'm good. Your volume is a little low on my end. I don't know if it's me or
my volume's a little low.
Just a hair on my end. I don't know if it's mine.
All right. Well, see, I had actually turned it down just a hair through the mixer, so now I'm gonna turn it back up. How's that? Is that better?
That's good. I mean, it wasn't bad before. It's just I know what I usually have the volume set at here, and it's
no, but I actually did turn it down, so it's good that you caught that. I actually turned it down on voice meter, which is what I'm using, and that's probably why you guys can't hear my sound effects. But I have a whole shitload of them here. You guys just can't hear them.
Well, I'm sorry for that one.
Well, don't worry about it.
Hey, how is everyone out there in the chat? How is everyone today?
Yes.
How has your week been going?
Now, see, JSK says sounds good to me. Oh, the audio. Okay, well, it's when you go into the studio, a lot of you don't know, when you use Zoom, you go in, you can adjust the audio before you start up Zoom. But I'm using something called Voice Meter, which I can actually turn my volume up and down now. I had a Mini 2 and an Air 2 delivered last week. First flight, crashed a Mini into a tree, took up the Air 2S up 7 minutes into the flight, lost connection, and never seen the drone again. Damn. What kind of, wow. Sorry to hear that, Rob. You crashed a Mini and the Air 2S was delivered. You took up, no, this is a silly question, but I'm going to have to ask anyway. Did you update the drone, and what was your return to home altitude? 7 minutes into the flight, lost connection, and never seen the drone again. That's crazy.
But hold on a second. Hey, what's up, Eddie?
What's up, Eddie?
You had the drone up 7 minutes
in the air,
lost connection.
Yes.
And you never saw it again. Now, where were you flying from? I mean, this is rough.
Because when you lost connection, did the screen go blank and the radio lose connection? Because 7 minutes into a maiden flight, that should not have had happened.
Right. I mean, you should have known, like, before you even got out too far that you didn't have good connection.
Yeah. I'd like to know.
Disconnected. They have a tendency to do that sometimes, but more so with the older stuff, the Light Bridge. I haven't seen that too much with the OcuSync stuff where you lose.
But this happened with the Air 2S, he says.
Disconnection, yeah. That doesn't.
Sounds like it didn't lock home point or return to home height,
right.
Said. Or like Eddie Nunez says, or maybe it didn't. It did try to return, but crashed into something. These are all factors because if there's with the Air 2S, I do know you have to put it in a mode that will make it go around things. If you don't, I don't know if it'll keep going straight or it'll stop or hover. Return to home, set, calibrate firmware. there's a lot of factors we'd have to take into account to
Yeah,
investigate this and see what
7
happens.
minutes into the flight. I mean,
Thank you, Eddie, for sitting in San Juan, Puerto Rico, smoking a cigar, watching the stream. We appreciate you.
yes, thank
And
you.
I'll show you the progress so much so far, Eddie, on my Chimera 6-inch.
What do you got for us? Yeah, that doesn't sound too good there, Rob. There's a lot of things that you got to take into consideration there. I mean, did you have a home point?
Yeah, did it say home point marked? Here you go, Eddie. Just put the motors on day before yesterday. Of course, the nose isn't on. It does extend out about that far
Nose.
with the camera and the nose, but that's it so far. 1828 held it. 2806.5s, 1800 kV.
Okay.
I wish I had my regular quad with me. I only have my DJI FPV. Well, you can use that like a regular quad, can't you?
Yeah, a little something, something.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
He's dedicated it totally to FPV.
Well, I mean, if you can do that, you can
Thanks,
do that.
Eddie. Yeah, you've dedicated it totally to FPV. And
You know,
he Show, what's up? Show Blind Neil. Welsh
Steve
Rob,
Neal.
the update app was the problem. He says the update app was the problem. You were watching TV and then they have a couple of drones shot.
Well, I mean, the app needed to update.
Well, I'm assuming he updated it and then therein had the problem. Therein lied the problem. I don't know. I would like to speak to you.
That don't sound too good.
The home point has been updated. Please check on the map. Check it on the map. But do we? Yes, I do. Smeghead goes, no. What's up, Stevie? How are you, Capture Life Connection? Yes, please smash that like button. There's too many people in here chatting and not enough likes.
Well, she said it's on the map, so you just take for granted that it's
I
there.
agree. I agree with you, El Smeghead. The Fly app does suck. I'll speak in person soon, guys. Most definitely. I like to hear what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, but Stevie, I just watched his vlogging video too. He was showing how he vlogs with a GoPro and he has a little mini setup gear and everything. Looks like a little mini version of a Ronin, except for a GoPro. Welsh Rob. Oh, a show says Welsh Rob. I've lost connection with my Air 2S, but it came home. But one time it came home a little too slow, too close to a tree. I had to take the manual control and avoid hitting them. But once again, I will mention this in the menu. There is an option to press for your drone when it goes into return home to avoid objects. I don't know what mode that is. I'd have to have it open in front of me, the app, but there is a setting for it.
In the safety section.
Right, but you would think that would be by default, but it wasn't set by default. You have to actually turn that mode on.
Okay.
Else Meghead says he'll be back. The missus is calling him. Yes,
Okay.
Stevie, I had no idea you was using the Hero 7, man, but then I should be able to tell by the quality because I use the Hero 7 for my cruisers, my FPV cruising birds. And the picture's so good. I have a big 1DX with me. Been using the Osmo Pocket more during this trip. Yeah, the DX gets a little heavy after a while, don't it?
Hey, Eddie, you like that Osmo Pocket, huh?
Do you have the second one, Eddie? Do you have the first one? Because I'm looking into getting the Osmo Pocket 2 because of the separate mic set and stuff like that. It will be.
Well,
It will be, Stevie.
learn how to make what
will
you
help
got
a lot
to
of people.
or work it, make it work. It's just, and you know what it is? When you're forced to do it, you have no other choice.
Oh, and he had the Air 2, not the Air 2S. He said he's had the Air 2 since it came out, so he knows the routine. Wow, that's even, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh,
I really don't, because if you've had it for a while and for it to do something strange, you sure someone didn't take it out
I
or
thought he
something
had,
didn't take it out?
I thought he just got a delivery of both of them. Isn't that what
That's what I had thought I read up above.
Right. Yeah.
It said he got a mini and a 2S.
Okay.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's go back to the archives.
That's what I thought the man put in the.
Yeah, I'm confused here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, here it is. I had a Mini 2 and
Yeah.
an Air 2S delivered last week.
Right.
First flight crashed a Mini into a tree, took the Air 2S up 7 minutes into the flight, lost connection, and never saw the drone again.
Right.
Wow.
That's what he said.
Okay.
A 2S and a
Oh,
Mini.
but he's also adding that he had an Air 2
Right.
for a while, so he's familiar with the app. Okay, I understand what he was trying to say.
Okay.
Well,
Wow.
I'm sorry for both losses. 2 drones in 1 week. Shit. If that happened in New York, you'd hear grown men crying all over the place. Definitely. I know when my drone went down, I was like, you know what? It had to happen sooner or later.
Nah.
What's good, Stevie?
You know what?
Where are you?
I don't think of it like that.
How would you think of it?
I mean, it's not that it would have to happen sooner or later. I mean, that's like if you thought that way as an airline pilot, you wouldn't go to work.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with you. I do agree with you on that.
It's like this you saying like, okay, when? Nah, it's
Yeah,
just
you
like,
wouldn't be able to fly.
right.
Would
So
not be able to
I mean,
fly.
it just happened.
Randomly, I will be pasting Herman's PayPal into
It
the
just
chat, and that's only until he becomes monetized.
it just happens. You know what I mean?
It does, it does. So Eddie,
It's
what kind of
unforeseeable sometimes.
true? So Eddie, what kind of cigar are you smoking? And if you're smoking a cigar, I hope you have some yak with it to go with it. If you take a puff off the cigar, you swirl a yak around, and you know the routine.
Well, in your case, Lawrence, with that, when yours went down,
Yeah,
that that was none of that was pilot error. The motor just failed.
right. Those were, in fact, it was the ESCs because it was the front right and the rear left, and both of those spin in the same direction. Okay, so when my 3DR Solo went down, and I actually was looking at it and saw the little clouds of smoke, and then it just went upside down and went splash, and dude picked it up. You remember all of that, right? Like someone was skeet shooting. I met a YouTuber here yesterday, went to a few great places, including some cliffs. Eddie, I need to go back to Rhode Island and hit those cliffs. Everybody that flew there, Herman, I'm not going to rest until I can hit those cliffs, right? I'm willing to lose a bird down there. I'm willing to lose a bird on those cliffs. I'm smoking a Padron anniversary series. Okay, okay. Very, very good. Padron, Padron anniversary series.
Well,
I don't know if that's the particular one that comes with a gold or a silver band around it, but I have heard of the name and I have heard of the anniversary series. I just don't know which ones come with the silver band and the gold one.
okay.
Michael
Like,
Blades, come on
playing
back,
on smoking.
Lawrence. Sounds like Herman has another Rhode Island drive soon. LOL. Michael Blades, that 4-in-1 ESC has arrived in Providence, Rhode Island. Last I checked on my phone through the tracking number. As soon as you get it, dude, let me know what it costs to send it back, and I'll Zelle you or Cash App you the money to get it back. Because I sent it to be there. How many? Hold on a sec. I'm sorry.
Well,
Oh,
Eddie, he can do I think the bus and the Uber, and then the Uber back to the bus or the train, whichever one
Thank you, Johnny Drone Flyer. Yeah. Well, whatever. I need to get up there, even if it's just to go fly those cliffs. I'm going to fly those damn cliffs. If I have to take a Greyhound up there, damn it, I'm going up there to catch that. Hey, Eddie, I
Hey,
don't have
let's
anyone
go.
to I don't have anyone to solder the power leads on into the XT60 plug. I suck at that, and I found out my soldering gun doesn't get hot enough. So I sent it up to Michael Blades FPV in the chat there in Rhode Island, and he should be sending it back. I should have it back by next week. But as soon as I get that 4-in-1 ESC back, I'm soldering up the motors. And oh, this one, Eddie, is gonna have a shitload of lights on it. The 6-inch is gonna have a shitload of lights on it too, Eddie. I have like 10 different LEDs I'm gonna put all over it. At least you'll be able to see it from behind. And where the iFlight logo is in the bottom, I'm gonna put a light in there too, so the iFlight logo will light up. In fact, hold on. Where is it?
It's not going to take off with all those lights on it.
No, man. Nah, that's not going to work. Right here is an iFlight logo where that hole is, the white is. I'm actually going to put a light in there so that lights up. And then the back, all of this arm here, well, y'all can't see, all of this arm here, this
Yeah.
arm here. Oh, wait a minute, here, here. The GPS will be lit up. Everything back here will be lit up. So you can at least follow from behind.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, and plus, I want a bird I can fly at night. This is going to be a night cruiser.
So
I'm
you'll
definitely going to fly at night with this. Huh?
You'll put some lights in the front,
No,
like a
no.
nice strip of white LEDs in the front, so that way you can see where you're going.
If I wish, if they were bright enough, I could. Put some floodlights on, right? The Chimera logo lights up from iFlight, but that's only the light it has from the right. That's from the stack. Their particular iFlight stack that they use does have an LED there. I'm actually going to put an LED inside, so it lights up.
Telling you, get some big Christmas tree lights for the front that we can see where you go.
Well, you know what? You know what would actually be good? You know those lights that you have for your Phantom? The ones that the pin lights that you have one for your Phantom 4?
Yeah.
Now, if I could clip those on somehow, those would be some strong ass headlights. If I could clip those on somehow. But anyway, I haven't built anything in a while, guys. So fiending to do this. Yes, it is an excuse to build another bird. I am admitting this. I have a problem.
What's the problem?
But we all do. Oven baked bread, haddock, and fries for supper. But listening and watching Blind Neil, we appreciate you listening while having dinner. Enjoy your dinner.
Baked bread.
Baked bread, haddock, which I assume is a type of fish or something to that effect, and fries for supper. I could be wrong. I don't. Haddock is fish? Okay, see, tech support just supported me. Lights are awesome. I have them race wire motor light on my Glide. You know what? I was trying to figure out how to hook the lights up because I kind of like the fact when you give more power, the lights get brighter.
Uh-huh.
And when you're just cruising, the lights are at 1. I might just set it up. Well, I'm home from flying, really cool spot. Sadly, my goggles didn't record DVR, and I broke a 3-inch. One motor toast and some other smell from a 5-inch. Yeah, I know the thing. Tom, we have no idea. I guessing it's Wednesday. He's still working, Stevie.
Oh no, he didn't say anything. He never said that he wasn't coming, so he'll be here.
Well, the theme, Michael Blades, is red and black for that bird. Yeah. So I'm figuring the lights will probably be red
Uh-huh.
being that the theme is red and black that I'm
And
going with.
what about the front?
Um, who knows? I may just put one across the bottom of the camera, just sort of looks like a headlight. I'm thinking that one will be white and everything else will be red.
You should put them on the front arm.
On the front arm,
Mhm.
I don't know if that'll create the glare for me to see. I'll have to test that out. But I have a whole bunch of, I'm ready. I've been collecting them.
Put it underneath the camera. Which
Yeah,
one?
under the camera would be good. I've
What-
been collecting these lights and stuff for a minute, man. So wrong box, of course.
You got that lights that you've been collecting for, but you got a box that big of lights for such a small drone? You know, wrap it around.
No, man. No. What the deal is,
Or you could just make one of those cages for
I
it.
ordered, it's funny, I ordered some lights, some LED strips. They're little tiny
Oh.
LED strips, 3 lights, and you
Oh.
can set them to different colors by the wiring. The way you wire them is
Yeah.
what color they will be. But or you can change them. Because Michael Blade said, yeah, see, here's a purple. These I can set up. But I ordered 3 and they sent 2 extra ones.
Uh-huh.
And then I have some more lights in here. I
Okay.
put some on my Mr. Croc. Here's another set. So I'm gonna have, this thing is gonna look like a flying Christmas tree when I'm done. Hey, Paul Murray, how are you, sir? Welcome to the
Hey,
live stream.
what's going on? So these lights, right?
Yeah.
When you get them all put on the side of this arm, and
Uh-huh.
you have this thing, you have to solder this thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna get some race wire
Du-du-du-du.
specifically, some thin race wire.
Du-du-du-du.
Perhaps Michael Blades could help me with what size race wire I need so I can order some. I just need a negative, positive. And the way you wire the lights will
Mhm.
dictate what color they are, at least these. Chad B, how are you? Welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys. Paul Murray, I hope all is well over there in Michigan. Send some of that cool weather this way,
You know
man.
what, Lawrence?
Huh?
You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
When I tell you that I got that car, when I start the build on the motor,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a drone to work on. We're gonna see who finishes first.
That's funny, man. You start working on your car and I'll start working on the drone, right? Well, see, if I had a soldering gun that went up to 800 degrees, which I found out, I probably wouldn't have such a problem with that plug, but I just don't trust it. I don't want to do it myself and pull a plug out and have 2 live wires in my hand.
They're
That
not
would
gonna,
not be good.
they're not gonna do live. Just hold it over the stove.
Over the stove. Wow.
That blue flame gets hot. Just dip it and tip.
No. Hey, Margaret, how are you?
Just gotta
Welcome
pull away quick enough.
to the live stream. You got another person come in. Margaret,
Yeah.
oh, Margaret, here's something funny to show you how long I've known Margaret.
Mm-hmm.
I got an alert on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, the day before yesterday or yesterday about the 10 years? Yesterday, thank you, tech support. Yesterday, that it was 10 years ago that I posted What's Up Radio will be starting shows over again on September 4th.
Now, you know what?
10 years ago, I was doing underground hip hop and stuff like that, as opposed to doing what we're doing now. But I was streaming.
You need a reclassification.
What happened?
You need a reclassification. That's more so customer service than tech support.
What are you saying? I should get the tech support should get a raise?
Hey, you getting them super chats. Share it around the productions.
Yes, and for those of you who don't know yet, Phantom Flight 101 is not monetized. I post this link randomly. So if you want to show support to the channel, to his channel, that's the way you can do it until he does become monetized. But
You're
What's good with everyone out there? Marcel lost two birds today. Michael
wow.
Blades is working on my 4-in-1 FPV. I'm eventually going to have to do an FPV section, Herman, on the stream.
Yeah, I've been telling you that. I probably covered a little bit more FPV stuff than you have, and you're the FPV guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you probably have. You,
Uh-huh.
you probably had.
I know I have.
Well, this must be the week for those Rob. I'm sorry you lost two
That's bad.
drones.
Those Rob, I
Um,
feel bad for him
yeah,
because
Marcel, I'm sorry he's lost two birds, but in FPV, unlike DJI camera drones, in
it's kind of
FPV,
expected.
something is always repairable.
Right. And you guys will just take it and put it back together again if you find what's left of it. But Rob, did you find any of it to send it back to DJI or
Yes, yes. Did you find any? Well, the Air 2S, he said it took off and he never seen it again. It leads, that almost sounds like somebody took it out, or I just don't get it. Even if you had a bad return to home spot, it should have came back in your direction. As you know, sometimes people take off, like especially here in New York, they'll take off before a home spot is marked, and a home spot will be maybe about 5 or 6 feet away. What's that top box, Herman?
the Ronin?
Yes, Welsh Rob, it's a Ronin
It's the Ronin.
for holding that camera that's over his right shoulder right there. You know, one of those high tech. There's Herman stepping up his game. He stepped his game up. I'm putting a new motor on the 3-inch and fixing the 5-inch both right now. We'll be flying in 30 minutes again. See?
See, he's good.
So I'm just sad to see anyone lose a drone. But Herman, this will lead into our first story. I want you guys to know Steven from the Flyby guys has made drone news, guys.
Well, yeah, pharmacy drone delivery, the Flyby guys lead a pilot project in Helsinki.
Yes.
International drone service company, the Flyby guys lead the pilot program in pharmacy drone delivery. They had some tests this week in Helsinki, and it's a new method they're saying of transporting pharmaceutical pharmaceutical products to customers. So products from the Lauderson Apteekki Pharmacy, located in Laurissaari, Helsinki, will be delivered via drone. So for those people who are in that area, I guess during the test they'll do some tests over there. Lawrence has a
Yeah,
video
I'm getting ready to pull it up right now as you're talking about it.
that supposedly, well, not supposedly, well, shows some of the tests that they were doing. I
Well, this
really
part of
pleased.
the test had to do what would happen if the drone dropped a box from 20 meters. So they actually asked him to go up. And why is my video at 360? What the hell? Hold on a sec. What the hell is this? Unacceptable. I was like, why is my video jump at 360? Let's put it at 1080. That's a lot better. That's a lot cleaner. Let's try this over. Making me look like a rookie here.
Yeah, well,
Here we go. But anyway, they had to do a drop test to see what the merchandise what would happen to the box, what would happen to the contents. And what Stephen actually had to do was take this box up to 20 meters, and after it's at 20 meters, release it, drop it. Now inside the box is a bunch of bananas from the local store. And if you're carrying body organs, this is the closest thing you could get to a body organ, I'm guessing, during the test. But this was the actual test just to see what happens if a box fell from that height. They won't be using this particular box, but they will be using a medical box with dry ice in it, and some other supports to hold, to keep it everything inside intact. And the video goes to them showing the mashed bananas inside. So you can imagine if this was a heart or an organ, it, even though it was wrapped in paper and they have this little device in here, which I'll put the link to the video, it was smashed from just 20 meters.
Uh-huh.
But
I
the next
expected
video he has, right, the next video that they do is more or less a distance test to see how the signal stands up and holds up to everything. And there's our boy Steven. I won't show any more, but we give full credit to the Flyby guys for this video. They gave us access to it. And if you want to watch the whole thing, I have the link right here. Give me a second. I will post it in the chat.
Well, actually, what was happening here is Steven was supposed to come on tonight, but he couldn't make it because they're still doing some work, and he's not going to be able to make it, but he will be here, he said, next week. But
right, so he'll be able to go into more details.
As far as the the story, the article that was out on it, it was saying that the deliveries that will be made with this project, won't be anything that's prescription based from the pharmacy. It's other products that are sold out of the pharmacy. So I don't know. Right now, it's still, like we said before, all of these things are in the testing stage, and that's what they're actually doing over there, because they're having these flights that will be conducted between the 23rd and the 29th. So that's this
yes.
week.
So they are still testing. Today's the 25th.
It says 25th. So
we also wanted to point out that until Herman had found this little bit of news and forwarded to me, which I immediately forwarded to Stephen, he had no idea that what his project and what he was working on was actually in drone news this week. So that's a plus for them. That looks good on the Flyby guy's resume. And if they happen to say, "What do you do?" what?
But this is going to be flights that are beyond visual line of sight. So we talk,
yes,
visual line of sight. We're talking about 2 kilometers away of these trips that they're supposed to be qualifying for. So if you're in that area, don't ask me to name those places again in Helsinki, because I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
up the first time, I'm not doing it again.
They are a little bit of a tongue twister, the names of some of these places. Here, I'll just copy and paste the name of the pharmacy that's having the Flyby guys do the testing.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the pharmacy. We're not even talking about the towns. And I pretty much feel like I have to learn another language just to pronounce these words, the names of these places. But that is the actual family. Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, yes, he found them in. He spoke to DJI, went through some stuff, and they said they will replace the Air 2S free of charge due to an app problem. Now, see, the fact that they could see that in the flight logs is all you needed. And I'm very glad to hear that. Congratulations. I'm sorry I missed that. Usually I'm pretty good on keeping up with the chat, but when I have to run a video and do other stuff, I'm in other windows. So, but that is good news, Welsh Rob. And I'm sure you had to send them a copy of your flight log and stuff, and they probably said, well, that one came from the factory of Lemon.
Mm-hmm.
So
they were able to see that and
yes,
be taken care of, because that's a bad loss. I mean, lose both of them in the same weekend. Damn, it's like,
I know.
That's like somebody driving by that puddle and splashes it all on you.
Well, my thing is 2 drones. I think after the first drone went down, I might have went home.
Yeah.
Listen, like I said, I've experienced a drone dropping out of the sky before. There are, Chad B, there are a lot of bugs with the app lately, and they need to fix the battery issue.
Uh-huh.
with it. You know, I still don't like the fact that some guys are flying with a battery 60, 70%, then all of a sudden it drops to zero.
Oh, I don't know why that happens. I don't know why that happens. But you know what I did notice? That when you fly with the smart controller,
Yeah.
you have a tendency, I don't know why, to get a little sometimes you get a little bit, it's a little bit laggy in certain places.
Right. Well, I don't like the fact that the map on the Fly More app
Mhm.
lags. And that's an issue with me because if I need to fly home using
They
my map,
fixed it,
I have a problem.
but they fixed it.
They did fix it. Well, that
Yeah,
goes
and
to show you,
that update for the app.
you know what? I need to pull out my Air 2S and
Last
update it.
app update supposedly fixed that.
You know, I'm gonna have to play around with that. In fact, tomorrow, hey, Asgard Studios, good
So
evening. How are you?
ask God, what's good, man? So you're gonna
I
go out
agree,
to
Blind
my
Meals.
house
That
and then
sounds
try
good.
it.
Roast beef and mac salad.
What happened?
Tonight we are having quesadillas, chicken quesadillas tonight.
From where?
But tech support's making them right now.
Tech support or
Tech support
customer
cooks too,
service?
man. Tech support cooks. And is on call.
That sounds more like customer service. Only customer
No,
service can
well,
cook stuff away.
tech support is making for us. So there's some quesadillas for us. So that'll
Uh,
be a good thing. Then I got a little bit of some rum for after the stream and after dinner. I'll be good to go. The Android app freezes or buttons become inoperable. I haven't had that problem, Chad B. The problem that I've had, Chad B, is
ooh,
not with me, but I've seen people experience it. The batteries go from higher than 50% to about zero, and the drone just goes into land mode. And I've also seen, what else have I seen with the Air 2S? The
shit.
problem that I was talking about that Herman said they fixed, where
But
you're
he
moving
said
on the map and you're moving like this, and the Earth hasn't caught up with the drone yet. Welcome back, El Smeghead. Jesus,
app
that woman can
freezes.
talk. El Smeghead said, "I'll be back. My wife is calling." Then he comes, "I'm back." Jesus, that woman can talk. You gotta love her. You're with her, man. That's your boo. What's up, Night Train FPV? How are you? Oh,
There
Night
is
Train says they're doing beef fajitas. You know how to make fajitas, tech support? Never tried. Uh-oh, see, I'm planning
it's,
something.
it's the same thing. You either don't have sour cream or you do.
Okay. So fajitas, well, no,
I
fajitas have the
know.
peppers and the
Most of them are the
onions.
same. Most of it is the same.
Okay.
It's either
Well,
you add something or
we
you
have to
take
try
something
fajitas,
out.
Scott. The
It's just like
fajitas have the peppers and onions.
just like Taco Bell.
Okay.
It's like Taco Bell. They got what, four, five
What's up,
things,
Night Train? I
and
hope all is
everything
well
else is
with you.
a mixture of everything else.
No, definitely not. Congrats, Phantom Flight 101 on the 2.5K. I'm 7 away from 2K. El Smeghead.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Congrats.
Congratulations. We take little steps here, and before you know it, the
Congrats.
numbers start going up, and it's
Yeah.
just a matter of being consistent. I've had the screen freeze, but still no have control and telemetry in my Air 2S.
See, I
As
haven't
when
had any of that happen.
I haven't had any of that happen either. My last issue, knock wood, was the was just a map moving slow, and I haven't flown my drone since they did do an update. I just haven't paid attention to the map or
What?
needed the map to make
Oh,
sure it
that
had caught up
app
with the speed of the
update.
drone.
That app update came out before we went to Rhode Island.
Okay, all right. Well, see, that means I never looked at the map then. Doing good, still struggling to get this tendonitis and ankle under control. Oh, well, Herman knows about ankles. Trust me.
Tendonitis. Where?
In his ankle. Night Train saying he's struggling with that in his ankle.
There's
No,
a
I hope it works out. Have
tendon.
to eat dinner, go chill with the fam. You guys take care. Chad B, thank you for coming in. I hope you picked up a few supporters. Please come back. I do a live stream on Sunday nights, the same time. Herman does one every Wednesday nights. And then immediately after this stream is another one, the Fly for Fun show with Johnny Drone Flyer and Ray Kelly. And
Yes.
Thursday nights, Night Train is on as well. Night Train is on. I don't recall
Thanks
what
for
time.
stopping it.
What happened?
No, I was telling them thanks for I was
Yes,
telling them
thank
thank you
you.
for stopping in.
Oh, Achilles
Appreciate
tendon.
it. Hanging
Is
out with
in
us.
his Achilles tendon, Herman.
Don't rub it. Whatever you do, don't rub it.
That's yours, right?
Makes it kind of feel better,
Okay.
but it's worse for it.
If you sit it in the microwave.
The only thing you
Thank
can
you.
do is load on and load on.
Are you serious? Well, Herman, you would
Load
know.
off.
You would definitely know about that.
Pronation, supination. Oh, that's the only movements you can do for it, little by little till it comes back. Other than that, do not rub it. Ooh.
Oh, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Night Train comes on. FPV. Chad B, thanks for coming in. We appreciate you. The
Yeah,
Captain Ray Kelly. That's Captain Ray Kelly to you. You're right, El Smeghead. That's true. That's Captain Ray Kelly. Him and Johnny Drone Flyer. Oh, he says he's been icing
no
it and
shots.
elevating, Herman.
Yeah.
Night Train says he's and wearing a splint. Drone shots. How are you?
Well, you see, they had some brainiac idea a few years ago, do orthoscopic surgery to remove a piece of bone that was broken in my ankle area. So they went in with the laser straight across my Achilles, thinking that was a smart ass thing to do. And ever since they did that, I've been in nothing but a whole lot of pain. So they've done another surgery that they did to correct their problem.
Yeah.
And after loads and loads of treatments and different things that they did to try to correct their problem, they figured if they take my ankle and turn it in a position where it won't hurt, that and lock it there, then it'll be fixed, and that would help it. And still had the same pain.
Adrian Lee, what's good, man? Long time no see, sir. I hope all is well down in the islands where you are.
Adrian. Yeah, I know, man. The pain is crazy. And the ankle will swell forever. It seems that way.
Yeah,
yeah. That way.
And you're just now, Herman, you're still walking with a cane, but hell, you had to get to the point of walking with the cane, remember? Well, Soothe them for millions, Herman, El Smeghead says.
I can walk without it, but what's tomorrow's going to be like.
Why didn't you just get one big cup?
What happened?
Oh, no. I see and my tech support had 2 cups of soda. I'm like, why you didn't get one big cup? And then he pointed out that they're behind me. So he says, work, home, work. Adrian, if you're just going to work, coming home and working, you have become a robot.
Well, isn't that what we do?
Break that cycle, man. Break that cycle. Go out, get your fly on.
Isn't that what we do? Go to work, come home.
Unfortunately, but I made time. I made leisure time for sure.
To go to bed, to get up to go to work in the morning. You got to cut your time short to go to get to bed, to get up to go to work in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was telling the guy that I work for part-time for, to make a few dollars, a few ends. And I've been telling him, I don't want to do this no more. Mm-hmm. And I've been saying this for the last 5 years. And this year it finally sunk in. He still tries to get me to work and do jobs, which is it's okay. He wants me to go back to every Saturday. I don't want to work every Saturday because I've missed a lot of meetups. I've missed a lot of drone flying on Saturdays. You know, every Saturday is not good to work when you fly a drone. So now he's got me working every other Saturday with him, and that seems to be working out. But then he'll try and slip in something during the week. I understand he's trying to throw a few dollars my way, but I keep telling him I don't want to do this shit no more.
Okay.
Now my hard part is I just won't say no to money. You
Uh-huh.
know, I mean, if I can make $50 in 2 hours, I'm going to do it. You know, that $50 in 2 hours will get me drone parts that I have. Adrian says he's off tomorrow, so we'll try to get some flying in. Okay, that's good to hear, man. All work and no play, you know, is not good for you mentally.
Shoot, I remember when I first got my drone, first
His
drone,
own drones.
I could take it to work with me.
Yeah, yeah. Because by the time you got off work, you could find somewhere to fly, right? Hey, fly
I used
zone
to
drones.
have
What's
to
up, Mike?
pass Calvert to get home.
Oh, okay.
I was flying. Mm-mm.
Mike, how you liking that new FPV bird, man? I see you guys got another bird to add to the collection. By next year, this time, these guys are gonna have like 20 FPV birds. Watch.
You know what?
Yes, it's
Guys,
Leonard. It
yo,
is easy money, Leonard, but he cleans people's homes. Okay. And I caught COVID last year in December on my birthday for
mhm.
cleaning a lady's home who I heard coughing, and I went and told him I think this chick is sick. And she was like, oh no, I just had a light chest cold. Come to find out, we both were infected with COVID. And she went into the hospital the day after we cleaned her house, and she died 3 days later after that. So I don't want to keep risking my health going into these people's houses, cleaning their houses and shit, because people will tell you any damn thing to get their shit clean. You understand what I'm saying, Herman? You understand what I'm saying, Leonard? It is a quick, easy dollars, $25. It's $50 for 2 hours. You push a vacuum, you do a little dusting, the job's over by the time you listen to a few songs in your headset. But I just don't want to do it anymore. Seriously. And like I said, since catching COVID from going into someone's house cleaning it, not again. I don't want to do it. Who's to say I can't catch it on the street? Who's to say I can't catch it in an elevator? But I'm increasing the odds by going into someone's house and cleaning their dirty house.
Okay.
So if I can do it 1 day or 2 days a week, I don't care. But every day, no, no, that's no. I'm done with that. You know, Herman, you got a story because a lot of people may have heard of the name, the company Qualcomm.
Well, hmm.
Qualcomm is an
Yeah, they're
old,
in the headlines now, you know,
yeah,
but why the new Qualcomm drone platform matter to drone manufacturers? You know, with the all enabled 5G platform, you know, I don't know. You know, connectivity, is, communication and connectivity is the most important thing when you're talking about a drone platform,
right.
and this will, a 5G platform would, would enable loads of commercial, enable, plenty of commercial activities to be done with this drone, because you're talking about long range Wi-Fi connectivity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is for, used for drones for flying for, like, we're talking before with Stephen and them, with flying beyond visual line of sight.
Right.
So this what is it? The Qualcomm Flight RB5 platform,
Yes.
powered by their QRB 165 processor.
Well,
You
all
know,
of that sounds fine and dandy to me. My thing is, if you remember, Stephen had mentioned that a lot of people are focusing on 5G, but the problem with 5G is it's no, it starts getting weak above 50 or 60 meters. Now, I'm guesstimating that's usually about 4 to 5 stories in the air, 40 to 60 feet in the air. Why that is, I don't know. Maybe they plan on doing something by boosting the 5G signal, but for this drone to work through that network, of
mhm.
course they would have to boost it. My problem is, well, like you mentioned earlier, Herman,
Well,
what are the, it looks like we're heading towards the world of drones is heading towards the 5G um, ecosphere. If that makes any sense to you.
well,
But right now, your Air 2S won't work unless it's on the 5G network, correct?
it will. But what I'm saying to you is that with this and what I'm looking at, what I'm, and I'm not like I said, I'm not an expert on it. I'm wondering if they're not headed in that direction of cellular connection. Of flying everything. All these drones cellular. But as far as this, we talked about the drone. Was it drone racing league? Right? They had the 5G transmission of the FPV camera, so is that the spectators can actually see
Right.
that crystal clear image of the action. Now, this here is talking about something a little different. You know, we're talking about you know the
An
connect,
entire platform
like
for
the whole platform,
drones.
connection, because they're mainly talking about the connection between the pilot and its drone. So if you're talking about 5G connection, yeah, I don't know how that works. Like I said, I think that now with everybody, you see now all of the major players of the cell phone industry, are now are the ones that are playing around in this game. So
Right,
I don't
right.
know where
And
we going with it.
Qualcomm has been around for a very long time. They've
Well,
survived and seen a lot of phone companies come and go. And
well,
the
they're
fact they
actually the
try,
number one chip maker in the parts in your cell phone.
well, that goes to say a whole lot. That
And I don't care whose phone it is that's
Qualcomm has something in your phone.
yeah, they're like the largest chip maker. And
Now they say breakthrough camera capabilities deliver premium image capabilities and performance with 5G.
right,
And you hear this, Adrian Lee? 5G and Wi-Fi 6 connectivity. This platform enhances critical flying abilities beyond the visual line of sight to support safer, more reliable flights. Now, keep in mind this 5G network that they're talking about, it will be on the FPV spectrum,
right.
meaning they're focusing mainly on your visual ability to see. Now, as
That's what
far
I
as
said. Your
distance,
connection between the pilot and the drone.
right, 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 but it's mostly focusing on visual. Now, 5G, I've seen a few things that they've done with it. I've seen a few things they plan on doing with it. It's here to stay. And now I didn't even know they even had
And
Wi-Fi 6
now I
connectivity.
understand what he was saying, what Adrian has said, but the article says it in that fashion: long range Wi-Fi connectivity.
All conspiracy, El Smeghead, yes. The conspiracy nutters, have you heard the 5G? They claim that COVID was an excuse for the 2020 lockdown so they could erect antennas. LMAO. Well, you know what?
Oh,
I believe it was a conspiracy due to the fact if it were true, everybody in New York City right now would have COVID due to the fact that they have a 5G relay station every 3 blocks. So every 3 blocks that you can walk, you can look up and see a 5G relay here, a 5G relay there. They are creating a network. Flying beyond the line of sight with the FAA, well, listen, the FAA is okay and giving them the okay to do it. They're saying the FAA, Adrian Lee is saying, if you have a secure enough network and you could show us that it works, we will.
Wait, what happened?
Blind Neil wants to know, do we have any thoughts on Wi-Fi 6 and the interference? I personally don't know about Wi-Fi 6. I'm just hearing about it with this article here. I didn't even know they were so high.
I just thought the article was crazy. I didn't, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not an expert on that.
Right. I could probably do some research and by Sunday's live stream, have some more information on Wi-Fi 6. I'm interested to see what the difference is as opposed to a general, well, I know that, yeah, what tech support's eating in the back.
That's their customer service.
Tech support is on lunch.
Like I said, customer service.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to pay them. You can't, if you don't pay them, you at least got to feed them.
That's what I said. It's customer service. Somebody's always out to lunch.
This is true. Isn't that America? You can call any sometime and point in America and someone will always be on a break.
Wi-Fi 6, I'm not a know about that.
Blind Neil, I'm going to try and find out some more info on his Wi-Fi 6 and the technology. That'll be a story for Sunday. I'm going to make that a priority to do. Hold on a second. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Phantom Flight 101 is not monetized yet. And if you want to support his channel, that link right now until he does become monetized is the only way to do it. Captain Ray Kelly, where is Captain Ray Kelly?
Is he in the chat?
I see. Hi, Ray Kelly. So I must have missed the him coming in. I apologize if I did miss you. But yes, he is. Just wanted to say hi, Lawrence and Herman. How are you, Ray Kelly? I'm sorry. I was probably running. Okay. Blind Neil says Wi-Fi 6 changes and doubles the output from 80 megabits than 60. Okay. Now that's interesting. Because I do remember Wi-Fi being so much lower on the spectrum. Oh, I'm good. Yeah. Blind Neil, you gave me some drone news and research to do. We'll have a story on the Wi-Fi 6 and its advantages and disadvantages. I'm going to see what I can find on it. That'll give me a little bit to talk about. But Qualcomm, this network that Qualcomm is creating is joining 5G and Wi-Fi 6 connectivity. Let's see where it goes. I want to see something bigger than a drone than in this dude's hand. I want to see something bigger than the drone that the Drone Racing League is using. I want to see how they plan on using this 5G network, considering it doesn't work too well over a certain height. Well, now I do know, huh?
Well, we don't know exactly how it's going to be done, how it's going to be used. We just know that the company that's doing it, they have
Herman L. Smeghead says, did you get his PayPal donation last week?
Oh, that was you. Thank you. Yes, I didn't know who that was.
Yes, L. Smeghead. How long before Herman gets monetized? I think he's like just at the cusp as far as hours. I'm sure he could have an answer for that probably by my show. Check out the British film Morons from Outer Space, L. Smeghead. I'm sure if it makes El Smeghead laugh, it's got to be funny, because he has a good sense of humor there as well. So I have some homework, Blind Neil. I will definitely check out Wi-Fi 6.
We know they have a new drone or a drone. We know they have a processor that's powering this.
I have to turn his AC up.
So we know that Qualcomm is the largest smartphone chip provider. So
Yes.
let's see. They're not the only ones. Like I said, every time you turn around, right, tomorrow, there'll be another story on somebody else with something on 5G. Because when
Yeah, but
many
I
stories
know,
have
and
you
it's
heard so far since the drone racing league said they were the first?
right. Well, it seems, Herman, to be honest, it seems that everyone's throwing their hand in the 5G pot. So I'm interested to see what they do with it. It is 5G, then they'll come out with 5G Lite and 5G Plus, and I want to see where they're going with this. Because just as you get used to using 5G, they're going to switch to 6.
Well, I don't know if it's everyone, but I do know that for what we do and for what's going on out here right now, you see the people who are the ones that had their hand in the pot, that they have money at stake, and who are in the cell phone and all those other big name industries. Let's see what they
Well,
do, because they're the ones that are in control of that. T-Mobile, Verizon. Look at
yeah,
the names and look
yeah.
at what they're doing with this 5G network. Everybody's on this 5G space race. You know what I mean? What are they going to send a man in the moon on 5G? On a 5G
Show
network?
says they're aiming for the bottom of your wallet. Not me, Show.
Oh yeah, well, of course they
not
are.
my not my wallet. I have two. The one that everyone sees, and then the one that nobody sees. I'm just saying, you have to do that nowadays. Especially when you had a teenage daughter, you tend to having more than one wallet was very smart. I mean,
But
she didn't go in it or anything, but she would see me go in my wallet. And most people who know me, I don't keep my money in my wallet. That's just a show, you
you know,
know. So while they're looking at the money in the
inner
wallet,
soul-
the real money's safe.
take the inner soul out of your shoe and put it in there.
Listen. You remember Get Smart, the shoe phone? You remember?
Just pull the inner soul right out, slide the money in there.
To diverse from what we're talking about, have you seen the commercial with Robin from the Adam West Batman? Oh my God. I feel for this dude. I don't know what happened to Robin. You remember the Batman with Adam West?
Yeah,
The original Batman with Adam West?
yeah,
Well,
Burt Ward.
Robin, 5G sees everything. They hear everything too. Well, I saw a commercial the other night and he goes, "Hi, I'm Robin from Batman." Remember? And they show him in the little skinny tights and all of that. And he's doing some commercial. And I was just in so awe that it was him doing the commercial. I'm
Uh,
like, wow, I must really be getting old because when you see people you used to watch on TV when they were young, doing commercials when they were older, another one, Jimmy Walker
yeah,
with Medicare, Medicaid. I joined Medicaid, Medicare, and it's dynamite. I mean, I'm just so insulted. Stop doing that to people, man. I can't take it anymore. You're taking all these people I grew up with and you're putting them in commercials and making it look like they're tap dancing for a fucking meal.
hey, they're on Medicaid that is that age right now.
That's what's scary. 5G is just broadband to what ADSL was. Nobody panicked about that. Well, you know what it is? It's not so much the panic, El Smeghead. It's that, first of all, the United States is behind in technology because over in Asia, they're already running 6G networks. They're already running 8K televisions, 12K DSL cameras, and all of this stuff over there. And the United States is bringing this 5G stuff
Television.
like it's new. It's new here to the United States, yeah,
You
but we're
can have it.
behind.
You can have an 8K television,
The Beaver, yeah.
but just like their television and your television, nothing is broadcasted in that resolution.
Well, Yeah, they're not broadcasting. They're still not even broadcasting in 4K. You got to request a 4K box. Stop it already with all this 5G, 6G, 5K, 20K
No, I'm just
bullshit.
saying to you, these are what the stories, the articles have said. You know,
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
not,
what's up, Rhode Island
not
drone guy?
about,
How are you, dude?
it's not about a frenzy or a fear of it. I don't know. Maybe some other people are. I mean, I did hear all of that talk, yakety yak about the 5G and this, that, the other, and some dude on, I think it was on, was it Facebook, did something with the 5G and the phone, and it fried some
Yeah,
styrofoam or whatever. I
yeah,
don't
I
know,
saw
man.
that stuff.
People do all
And
kind
he
of
went
stuff.
viral.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
went viral. He was a success going viral. But I don't want to see no more of that stuff. Accept it. Resistance is futile. We have flying cars now. We have flying people. We have drones, sexy women on TV. What more do you want? I'm just saying, Herman. Stop complaining.
You
My
got to
television
stand for something, or
at
see
midnight.
you'll
You
fall
heard
for
what Sean
everything.
said. His TV still signs off at midnight and plays the national anthem. I put he's dating himself.
Ah,
Rhode Island drone guy, it's no
just
rush.
yours.
Just let me know when you do. When you do, just send me a picture. That's all. Like I said, take
What
your
is
time doing it.
what does he
Start with
got?
the big pieces, like the batteries, the nose, the sides, and whatever's left, it just falls into place. Your eye can't see past 7 megapixel anyway. Blind Neil, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Right now, my computer with my graphics card produces 32 million colors. The human eye can only see about 5,000. So why
There
you
aren't
get where
that
I'm
many
going?
colors. They're all shades.
I know, Herbert, but 32 million, right? 32 million shades of color. Because there's only basically 7 colors, or so they claim. All right. But multiply that by 32 million. Where are the sexy women on TV, novice quads? Else Meghead. Else Meghead. You don't watch the TV I watch. I'm just playing. No. Most of that's on Facebook and TikTok. Else Meghead. You know, the ones doing the little Macarena dances. That's where all the sexy women on.
Really? Doing
Yeah.
what?
Between TikTok and Facebook, everyone, all these women on there trying to do dances.
Oh, that's what you be on Facebook doing?
I don't know what you're
And
talking
on
about.
TikTok doing, checking out.
On to the next story.
No, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Now the truth comes out.
What?
That's what you be on there doing, checking out the women doing their sexy dances.
Look, I'm 57 years old. I need something to keep the blood flowing.
What's up,
Listen,
Big Matt?
listen. Hey, Big Matt, how are you? I can go to the candy store without buying the candy. I just like looking through the window, you know. Plus I'm semi-spoken for anyway. So I can't do those things anymore, you know.
See what Matt said?
But everyone wants 10-bit color. That's 10 billion colors. Yeah,
Shades.
10 billion shades. Yeah. That's basically what you really need to be able to count
Isn't that
every
many
pore.
colors?
And yeah, but Blind Neil says you really need to be able to count every pore and hair in a person's face. Sometimes detail is too much. You know
You
what,
know
Blind
what?
Neil?
You
Blind
know
Neil, you're
what? I said the
100%
same
right, dude.
thing.
There are some people that should not be in HD. I
No,
admit that. There are some things you should not watch. Hey, Angie.
I said the same thing when I turned the camera on. I said, damn, I need a facial. You can
How
see
are you, Angie?
every pit, every crevice.
I mean,
Angie,
HD looks good. HD looks good when you're flying across the grass, you know,
or from far
like
away.
It's true. I don't need to see the sweat coming from the left follicle behind your
But
eye.
up
I mean,
close,
yeah.
you know, when they first introduced that, like, with the 4K and the television and everything like that, and you start looking at some of these programs, you're like, you know, why they cast this dude in this role? He looks old as shit.
Mhm. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. You know, and it's sad. It is really sad.
It started to tell on everyone. Let's go back.
It's true, well, Smeghead. He goes, there are some people that should not be in HD. Oh my God, hilarious. It's true. I'm sure everybody knows someone that should not be in HD, whether they be an actor, family member, or ex. I'm just saying. I
Good
should stop.
evening,
I should
Edgy.
stop while I'm ahead, right? Another
Well,
dated reference is the Memorex, or is it real? Damn, yes, show. Yeah, I remember that. Is it Memorex or is it real?
oh, hold on, guys, sing it, Lawrence. Let's see. Let's see if the glass will break.
What? Oh, the Memorex. Yeah, I
I
remember
don't.
they played the tape back. And in fact, I'm gonna show you that I'm back there dated as old as you are or have the memory like you. Remember they had the regular cassette tapes and then they had the metal ones,
Mm-hmm.
the metal tapes, which were so much cleaner and more expensive. Welsh Rob, I should never be in HD. I don't remember that. Live TV on cable was amazing. 120 pixel makes me look good. Oh shit. You might be right about that, Blind Neil. They drop it down to 360 pixel. The razor stubble goes. I'm baby. I got my cheek looks like it's smooth as a baby's ass at 360 megapixel. You guys wouldn't even see this razor stubble right now if we were in low res. Right, Herman?
You might as well go back to the old analog snow and the popping and all that other stuff. And you guys will look great.
Yeah. Listen, if we go back, this is what I was telling you, Herman, that how many of you guys are familiar with the Netflix series Money Heist out there? I started binge watching it. There are 4 series. The concept of Money Heist is, if you've seen Ocean's 11 or Den of Thieves combined almost with a semi Mission Impossible twist, it's Money Heist. I was like, how could you have a robbery, Herman, for a whole season?
Mm-hmm.
But the way they did it was really good. And a couple of phrases in here reminded me of the movie I'm watching,
Gotcha.
Money Heist now. Classic UK advert. Welsh Rob, it's Scotch tape, recorded, not fade away. Wow.
Scotch tape.
You guys are too much.
Rabbit is antenna.
Uh-huh. Oh my God.
You got to get the joint on the roof.
Wow, Welsh Rob, thanks for putting that link, man. I definitely have to watch this. I remember this.
What?
It's an old Scotch tape commercial. It's an old Scotch tape commercial. Yeah. Rabbit ear antennas. Can't wait for the 5th series. Love it. And the wrench as a remote.
Yo, you know
Listen.
what's funny about that?
Huh.
My grandfather with the television, man, that was hilarious. He used to say that if you turn, you know, the knob, you remember the knob. Don't act like you don't remember the knob.
Yeah. I remember. I used to be the human remote control.
Oh, he would never let me change the television. One time, that was it.
You went, get.
Yeah, that was it. He lost it. To watch that old man jump out of the chair and fly across the room that quick, I'm like, he might have broke something.
You said he moved like ninja, huh?
To him, I was going to break the television doing that.
You know what? I remember exactly what you're talking about, Herman. Someone had asked me, I was little, and a TV was wherever I was. The person said, "Could you change the channel for me?" So I was like, "Sure." You know, I was a kid. That's what you did. Your child, or the kid in the house was the remote. So they went to go change the channel, Herman, and it was on channel 2. And I went from 2 straight to 7. And he's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 what are you doing? You're gonna break my TV." Oh my God. They never asked me to turn their television again. I went straight from 2 to 7 in one move. Like that. It took a while for the station to catch up to the I turned it so fast, man.
Well,
What's everyone's favorite classic 80s TV commercial? Crazy Eddie. Crazy
Yeah.
Eddie. El Smeghead. YouTube Crazy Eddie commercials. El Smeghead. This guy was seen on every television during prime time, non-prime time, and even after he got busted for selling stolen merchandise out his own store, he was still on TV selling Crazy Eddie merchandise.
That dude was something else.
I was telling Lawrence, you put the link in else. Yeah, I did see. I just saw the link. and you know why it was my favorite commercial? Because he was a wild man. He's like, "Crazy Eddie commercials. Our prices are insane." And it was, you remember, Herman?
Yeah. Yeah, he was insane. Now, was he the 70s or was he the 80s?
You know what? I'm gonna Google that right now.
Probably 70s into the 80s.
What era was Crazy Eddie from? What era was
Maybe
Crazy Eddie from? Okay, 1970s and 1980s. Yeah. The TV commercials were from the 70s to the 80s and later brought down a massive fraud scheme. He died at the age of 68. and a lot of people didn't know, but the actual Crazy Eddie guy who did the commercial was just an actor. But people were running up on his actor and they wanted to cause harm to him because of that.
What's up there, Tom?
Hold on a second. CRAZ. It's Crazy Eddie commercials. Let me see. This is the infamous Crazy Eddie here. Hold on a second. I'm going to have to turn my speaker on. This guy said so much in 30 seconds that it's crazy. Hold on. I'm going to have to turn the back of the mic on and turn this up so you guys can hear this real quick. And then we'll get into the next story, Herman. Hey, what's up, Tom?
Hello, gentlemen.
This guy is Crazy Eddie, and I don't know if you can hear it, but let's see.
It's Crazy Eddie's greatest stereo sale ever. Get anything and everything in stereo equipment. Get it all now during Crazy Eddie's greatest stereo sale ever. Crazy Eddie, because prices are insane. Get those earbuds.
Crazy Eddie, the actual Crazy Eddie, ran to he left the country and headed to Israel to try to avoid prosecution on fraud charges. He was later extradited back to the United States, where he was convicted and served some time and had to pay some retribution, repayments back to those he defrauded. So yeah, Crazy Eddie's. But it was a fucking crazy spot too. It was on 6th Avenue down in the Village, on 11th, and it was an insane place. Definitely was. Hey, guys, I'm here on a mission. I'm always here to set the record straight. To the conspiracy theorist about 5G service and Lawrence's claim that they're already using 14G in China. Okay, so guys, let me just set the record straight. I'm a deputy CIO for a large agency, and IT is within my realm. And let me explain what those G's actually mean. Okay, so as the technology continues to advance, some of the technology gets smaller and smaller. We live that every day, don't we, guys? We fly drones. These drones get smaller and smaller and more adept and more effective every day, right? So why wouldn't we expect that in the hardware or the infrastructure side of a broadband or wideband network? In this case, 5G antennas are about this big, okay? Where 4G antennas are, forget it, I can't show you how large they are, but it's bandwidth. It's bandwidth. Think about it as, okay, let me explain it like I explain it to fire chiefs. It's like a garden hose, okay? That 4G service you have right now is a garden hose. It's a 3/4 inch garden hose, hook it up. You get so much water out of it, right? But now, if you have an unlimited supply of water, in this case, data, and you hook up a 2-inch hose, you're going to get a lot more, aren't you? And that's basically what you have with 5G. Now, 6G, it already exists. It does exist. Okay. Actually, 7G speed is actually provided to residents of Norway by the government. But 6G service is basically used for automated cars, cellular surfaces, and Wi-Fi implants. You can get speeds up to 1 terabyte per second. Okay. Which would be 1 million megabits, right? 5G service is pumping out anywhere between 40 and up to 1,100 megabits of service. So you'll be able to, of course, utilize that on mobile phones, tablets, hotspots, public infrastructure, automated cars. Okay. We're seeing it on drones right now with DRL. We're seeing it on the transmission of the video back to the audience. They're still not using it for the racing because analog still has the lowest latency. But that barrier is going to be broken in, if not a year or two, within a matter of months. Okay. So basically, all we're talking about is this service is just a bigger pipe. More data can flow on it. And when more data can flow on it, that means you can tunnel different services through it. Okay. So you can have so many parallel services going on at the same time. And that's where you get this level of innovation. Okay. And Herman, hold me back because I got to B-slap Lawrence when he said US lags behind in this kind of technology. Dude, where'd the internet come from? Freaking DARPA. Where's DARPA from? The US. Okay. Let me dispel any myths. The only thing, look, we farmed out our parts manufacturing to China. That I'll agree with you on. As far as advancements in technology, everybody else is still lagging behind. Okay. I'm not saying they ain't catching up, but that's why we got to try to keep a competitive edge. But now, you know, when you talk about this bandwidth and what we can do with it, and beyond visual line of sight and those kinds of capabilities, and using Wi-Fi, think of Wi-Fi as just your last mile to the highway, right? All Wi-Fi is your on-ramp, and your on-ramp is really going to 5G service. So when you're dealing with an APN, okay, private network, in this case, the carriers, or you're dealing with a situation where you have 5G service being provided from various hotspots, your connection to those hotspots is via Wi-Fi. Now, Wi-Fi is getting better and better also because you know yourself at home, you could have a mobile device on your Wi-Fi network and you can have your computer hooked up hardline to it, and you'll get 2 different speeds out of those, right? Because there are certain limitations on the mobile device, or there might be certain limitations on the Wi-Fi network as to how much the Wi-Fi network can pump out. Is it a 100 gig line? Is it a gigabit line? What is it? So these things have to be paired up. So basically your Wi-Fi pipe is here and it's going to your broadband, which is your G service there. The Wi-Fi service, you're talking about Wi-Fi 6 and all. Basically what's happening is it's getting to be a bigger pipe, a bigger handoff. So that's my first myth. And Herman, this will be my tool tips. I'll take the check. I'll take the mark on this as my tool tips. But the
Well,
second one was, how many colors can you see? Okay. A million plus. Now, that's a known fact. Okay.
you mean
Most
shit.
of us can.
A
Most
million
of us can.
shades.
Color differentiations. Shades, you can
Okay.
see approximately 1,000 per. So don't confuse the two. Okay.
You got-
Now there's
you got many
gamuts.
colors.
There's gamuts. Okay. So we're used to working in different gamuts, right? So even though our eye can see all these colors, there aren't a lot of things except nature that can produce all those colors. And we're looking at these video cards and going, oh man, a lot of it's hype. Okay. But it's how quickly they can show those colors and what the gamut is. Now, just because you can show all those colors doesn't mean you'll be able to represent them on a screen. So when we push stuff up to, and you guys will know this, when we push stuff up to YouTube and Facebook and anything online, right? We're pushing it up as sRGB. That's the gamut. That's the map of what colors can be displayed within the web, right? And we
Yeah.
know colors fall outside that range. When they fall outside that range,
Right.
you don't see them.
What's
You
it?
can't
Red,
represent
green,
them, right?
blue, RGB?
Now, when you photograph with your cameras, you're shooting in different, right? Some of us shoot in pro RGB. So there's Adobe RGB. These are slightly different gamuts that show a little more color. Now, if you're working in Lightroom, if you're working in Photoshop, you're probably working in Pro Photo and not knowing it. But when you output a PSD, okay, or a RAW file from those applications, you're actually outputting it as a JPEG. And one of the normal courses of action that happens when you output to JPEG, just look at the export screen or the save as screen.
Yeah,
You see a box is already
JPEG.
checked that says convert to sRGB. Okay. So we can see a lot of colors. That doesn't mean the digital world can represent them yet. And that's what all these video cards keep striving to do. Except these goddamn video cards are freaking killing me with this crypto mining that I can't afford a decent video card. Okay.
What happened, Tom?
There's these GPUs are still getting sucked up by crypto mining.
Tom, you
And,
need a graphics card.
Hmm?
You need a graphics card.
No,
Yeah.
I'm looking for. I'm gonna I'm gonna make one of those high dollar purchases. I'm gonna get myself a mega card right after the move. So
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Because I could walk in the Micro Center and get a graphics card.
right.
I have no problem doing it. That's what I'm saying. On guys who saying that there's no graphics cards out there, I've often wondered because every time I go to Micro Center, they have them.
And of what flavor and how much RAM on the GPU?
Well, you're talking about right now, you're going to be able to find 3080 TIs, which is what's running out there.
Oh, I see one. Hold
By
on, I
NVIDIA.
see one.
You can always find the AMD stuff because it seems like nobody wants those graphics cards.
Look at the price on this sucker. Yeah. Okay.
What were they
I'm
looking
still.
for? Well, I'll admit this. They were looking at for an EVGA 3080 Ti was around 15 the last time I was looking at it.
So yeah. So the MSI GeForce, the RTX, that's the 3080. Okay. Is $2,200 fucking dollars. Like really?
Where?
Rhode Island, Herman, Rhode Island drone guy wants to know if you can get the RTX 3080 here.
Yeah. If you can go buy some. You make a nice piece of
At
change. Bro.
at Micro Center, you could probably find a couple, right, Herman?
Yeah, Micro Center.
Yeah, Micro Center here in New York City. Just Rhode Island drone guy. Check out Micro Center.
I'm the luckiest guy in the world, but every time I walk in the Micro Center, they got graphics cards.
Having graphics cards and having high-end graphics cards Okay.
Well, they have the cards we're talking about. You
Let me see.
know, 30, 70. Right now,
I'll
you're
look
gonna
at my
find
local
TI
store.
variant of the card. So
Right.
Let me look at Flushing.
Micro Center is replenishing every week. Wednesdays, Thursdays,
1100,
Fridays.
1100, 1100. By the way, Herman, take a look. Sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out.
That's what it says on there.
No, they want you to come into the store. They want you to come into the store. You
Yeah.
can find
No,
it in
I'm
the
not
store.
I could
but
almost guarantee if you went to Micro Center in Flushing, they had graphics
When
cards.
Herman was getting parts to build his Pinky in the Brain supercomputer, and he was out there number 1 or number 2
I have
online,
no
They
problem getting graphics cards, Tom.
Yeah, they don't carry the card I'm looking for. Nope.
Which
yeah,
card
you
looking for?
cannot order.
They
it
only go
online.
up to 10 gigs.
They want you to come into the store.
They only go up to 10 gigs. They don't carry anything larger than a 10 gig card. So
Okay.
yeah, then that's the problem. That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
know.
The
I
high-end
don't know.
cards are being sucked up by the crypto miners. And the chips are a problem, right?
What,
Chips are a problem
processor?
worldwide.
Well,
You
I
see
don't
the
know.
recovery 1 foot. Most graphics can outproduce most monitors we're using. So it's more about the
That is
ability
true.
of the monitor to reproduce the color gamut.
That
Correct.
is true.
Yeah, exactly.
Is
Exactly what I was saying. Your the technology is outpacing the display technology.
Mhm.
Okay. As far as 4K video service is available. You just got to pay for it. Okay. I mean, it's out there. You can get 4K, TV service.
Yeah.
It's available on
Every
Fios, of
program?
course. You got to pay for it, huh?
Every program?
No, still not everybody
See, that's the
broadcasting it,
thing.
but then again, everybody didn't broadcast in HD,
But that's what I
right?
was trying to tell. That's
Until
what
it
I was saying with
evolves,
Lawrence.
until it
It's like,
evolves.
you can run out right now and buy for a couple $1,000, I wouldn't say a few $1,000s, an 8K television.
No, you
slap
could
it up on
actually
the
do it
wall
for
of your
less than a
house.
couple of grand. You could find yourself an 8K TV under $2,000 today. I won't dispute that. Okay, but what are you going to push to it? You're going to push to it that one 8K DVD that came with it that shows you an aquarium, right? That's what you're going to push with it.
No.
Except you'd have to buy an 8K
No, they have the one with the
DVD to actually
rainforest.
watch it.
No, they have the one with the pictures from the rainforest.
Oh, okay. That goes with the Dolby sound as you get the droplets coming down, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it. I
And
got
the
it.
birds. And,
I got it. Yeah.
the
Yeah,
one
I
in
got it.
display in the store.
Look. There's early adopters, right? I have a friend and she purchased a 4K TV and me and a buddy, right? And my buddy's a graphic designer.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, the award winning. And he's like, what are you going to watch on that? Oh, it's such a beautiful TV. We got a great deal, this and that. So the problem is it wouldn't even run the DVD they had in it for 4K. She says it was glitchy. Something's wrong with it. Somebody switched it out in the box at the store.
What?
Okay. Took out the 4K TV and put a
And put in
1080p in there.
Okay.
Okay. It was hilarious. I'm like, how many people have they done that to and didn't even think about it? Didn't even think there was anything wrong with it because there was nothing being broadcast in 4K. Okay. At that point in time. Okay.
But didn't it
look.
have little sticker thingy on the TV? Wow.
Herman, you peel off the one off the
means that
set
they
you
bought-
just boosted,
That
and you
means that
put
their
the
friend
static
came
cling
in
back
and bought
on the
1080p one.
back on the 1920 by 1080.
$300.
Yeah. I mean,
Their friend
that-
came in and bought the 1080p one for $300, and yeah, wow.
look, there's a lot of early adopters out there, and God bless them, and we each share a little bit of flavor of that also. Okay, but look, 5G services is nothing to be afraid of. And as far as I'm looking forward to the increased services that we're going to wind up getting. The amount of bandwidth, the amount of data that can be pushed through that pipe also means now if you're saying, look, I got connectivity problems, I got that. You suffered through connectivity problems with everything, and we always attribute it to a lot of different things. It depends on the environment. It depends. It depends on a lot of what's going on around you. But look, we're here to embrace technology. Okay, there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there. We really think they had the foresight to create a pandemic in order to install more freaking antennas? Really? Do we think they can all keep a secret that well? Yes. By the way, okay, that's what I'm asking. The Illuminati. Do we really think? Do we really think there's this worldwide society that can keep it together long enough and get along long enough to conspire against all of us?
No, but they'll try.
I'm completely entertained. No, I'm asking because I want to hear your theories. I'm completely entertained by all of this. Okay.
But that's the beautiful thing about conspiracy. You don't have to know what the other hand is doing to be a part of it.
Well, yeah, it's like the dog men, unfortunately they were being created as, like a super army, but like all dogs, they got loose. Okay?
All right, Herman, here's
conspiracy theories. I love them.
When are you going to shoot some, Herman, when are you going to shoot some videos with those glorious phantoms behind you?
You didn't hear me answer him?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't. I was in my phone, but else Makehead, until he got the Air 2S, that's all he shot with were those phantoms.
I have.
Right, and you still use them.
I still use them. I've used it to do another. I got another video I'm working on for some low light stuff. So I just got to get to cracking on that. That one is not as easy as the other.
Oh, but, thanks, Matt.
What happened?
Thanks, Matt. I had posted a picture. Remember when you and Ray had flew over from behind Dumbo and we caught the bridges?
Mm-hmm.
That time that we landed in the deluge of rain. We landed literally on the ground.
Behind the little power plant there.
Right. Big Matt was saying Lauren's phantom photo of the bridge was that present. No, that wasn't. That was from what, a year and a half, 2 years ago? Almost?
What?
I'd say 2 years ago, because it was before COVID.
Which picture?
I had a picture. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. I probably can't, but I'll take a look and see. It was a picture of the Manhattan Bridge looking towards Manhattan. You know, the same one they catch with the domes on top. Everyone catches from Dumbo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Tom, in my quest to find drone news and to find news stories out there, we even found another panicking pilot or a bonehead out there, because an Envoy air passenger plane reported striking a drone.
Oh, on his approach to the airport. On his takeoff. He took off, right?
Yeah, while departing Chicago's O'Hare on
airport 4 miles
on Sunday. Yeah. And what seems to be the most recent UAV coming in contact with our commercial flight in restricted airspace, actually. So the Envoy flight ENY 3961 happens to be an Embraer 175 passenger plane.
Yeah, it's a regional.
Yeah, it had to return back to O'Hare shortly after takeoff on its regular 6:20 p.m. departing flight to Detroit.
Yeah, it's a short hop regional flight, and
1,200
basically
feet it reported having struck something, and they believed that it was a drone.
they struck something. They were about 4.5 miles from takeoff, and so they requested to return to O'Hare, given on an emergency. Unfortunately, they had to go into a box pattern for a while because
they
had to. They were over their max weight for landing
You actually have
because
audio
they had
from
just
the
taken
flight.
off. They had just taken off, and they had full fuel complement on board. So they were still overweight, and so they had to go into a box pattern for a while, which basically means they were pushed off of the pattern for O'Hare, just pushed to the side and allowed to basically just make a series of lefts until they burned off some fuel, and then they were given priority into a pattern for landing. And upon landing, they were met on the runway special
for
FAA inspection for basically incident and aviation incident. So, we still have more to hear on this one, right? I mean, there's still
we
more to come
actually
out of
have
it. We'll see what
audio,
we get.
Tom. We have audio of it. I don't know how well you guys.
Yeah, no, I would just put a link up on the audio because that'll take some time. Yeah, I'd put a link up, and you know what? Also throw it up on the Facebook site. The link to that audio.
One's a little crazy because I don't know if it was a panicking pilot when he said, or somebody said in the flight crew that I think it was a drone. I mean,
look, air crews are air crews. They make a lot of decisions in the air. We got to give them credit. You guys always complain about, stupid shit being on the Part 107 exam. There's a lot more stupid shit out there, and everything they do is basically, look, when anything happens in the air, the first thing you do is you reach for the checklist. Okay? It could be this, that, or the other. The shit is not working. Reach for the checklist. Okay, so it's very methodically approached in the air in that cockpit. Okay, so I'm not going to discount pilots or their visuals at that point, and that's why we have the NTSB. That's why we have the FAA. They'll do an investigation. We'll hear more about it. Look, well, we didn't think the guy hit the military helicopter until a piece of a Phantom was found wedged in that military helicopter, right? So shit happens. Again, another individual probably not where they were supposed to be or not cognizant and aware of the rules, probably didn't have their trust certificate with them. So this is what we're going to deal with. And
what would the trust certificate have, would that have stopped them from being there?
Well, you hope, look, ignorance is no defense, right? But a little bit of education goes a long way. That's what we're all about, right?
Okay, but this isn't, Tom,
a bonehead's
this
a bonehead is a bonehead. We don't know what the
this isn't the
circumstances
first
are.
incident. Also,
No. But again, before we go, there's been a large rash. I love how the media and everything is. There's been a recent rash of drone incidents. No, there have been thousands of drone incident reportings, and what do they turn out to be? Of little
plastic bags.
Of little significance, right?
Okay, well, here's one that's
Mylar balloons are our enemy. Mylar balloons are our true enemy, guys.
What were you saying, Lawrence?
Here's one that's not a plastic bag. And this one actually happened in Canada quite recently. A Cessna 172 collided with a police-operated drone while making a landing in Ontario, according to Canadian aviation officials.
That this has happened in Canada.
Yes, and it was a flight instructor and a student. And Wednesday flight, he felt a jolt that pushed him and one other person back in their seats as they hit something. They didn't realize what it hit, but it actually caused propeller damage and damage to the underbody of the actual plane. And Once they were
My
on
friends in
ground,
Canada.
a few hours later, the police detective informed York Regional Police that a drone had struck their aircraft.
Uh-huh.
So
Hey,
this
we
was an
lost-
actual,
Hey, we lost another one. Hey,
what happened? Okay,
I said the Mountie said, you know what? Hey, we lost another one. Eh?
yeah, well, it's
Hey,
just, it's
My
just
friends
that,
in Canada,
No,
this
they're
is not
Canadian.
the
They
first
said
time
sorry
that this
first.
has happened.
No, they're Canadian. They said sorry first. Okay. Well,
Okay.
Canadians apologize
Hey.
for everything, bro.
Sorry, my friends in Canada, this is not the first time that this has happened. If I'm not mistaken, this is the second time within a year's time that this has happened in Canada.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
it didn't it happen with the Canadian police or with some police force before?
mm-hmm. So there seems to be a lack of communication or something to that effect.
This is why we can't have delivery drones. Not because of the communication, the 5G.
No. Now, wait a second. You know what this sounds like?
Police are going to run into them with their drones.
This sounds like your northern neighbors getting a lecture from their trailer trash cousins down south. Okay. And we're pure as the driven snow. Meanwhile, they get the snow. Okay. No. Come on. We got idiots shooting from cliffs at drones with kids all around. Okay. So, let's bare our souls here. I bet you there's more idiots per capita in the US than there are in Canada. Okay.
Probably. Everybody.
I think the idiot factor is much higher.
Moving a little lethargic up there.
Yeah. That's funny.
All I know, like I was telling Lawrence, all I know is that Rick James left the United States and went to Canada and came back as what you know him as.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So
pretty much.
They gave us what? Justin Bieber? Who else?
Yeah, but they gave us most of the cast of Saturday
They didn't
Night
give him
Live
to us.
too. Okay.
He crossed the state. He crossed internationally. We couldn't stop him. I'm just saying. Oh, I went to Google Drive. The picture that Matt was talking about. I'm actually going to take a few seconds and download it. But I had took this picture with my Phantom 4, and this was about 2 years ago. Now my thing is, hold it, show in folder, open. Let's just open. I didn't think the picture was that good until I had a better chance to look at it. But this is basically the picture. This was from that same night we were over there, Herman, behind Dumbo. This was the one he was talking about. He was asking, was it recent? And I was like, no, because in this dark area, there was a storm coming from Jersey. And I actually shot a video of this storm coming into Manhattan. And just as we landed and got on the ground, I picked my drone up off the ground, the sky opened up. Herman and I got drenched packing our drones up that particular day. But back to what you were saying, Big Matt, no, that was 2 years ago, that picture. And I wish it would have shown in more detail. Beaver fever, Angie, stop it.
Hey, cut that out.
Yeah. Hey.
Cut that beaver fever stuff.
Let him go back across, into Canada and hang out there for a while. Even though he's making most of his money here in the States. I'm just saying. But I thought it would be kind of interesting to show the story in Canada because someone had brought it up to me and I was like, I didn't even know that it had happened. But the fact that the police did verify that they were flying a drone in the area, I'm like, where was the communication in the area that could have avoided this? Maybe I'm wrong for saying so, but
what happened with the pilot in charge? Where was the VO? Remember, Canadian laws are somewhat different, but just as prohibitive.
And I mean, who exactly did he hit, Lawrence? Because I didn't.
A private plane that
It
was
was a
being
private
operated by a
plane that were
student with
doing-
a certified flight instructor sitting in
Yes,
the
it was
right
an
seat.
instructor and a student. They just finished practicing some maneuvers, and it was near a flight school.
Okay.
Okay, let me see, what other detail do they have? As they scroll down, he claimed his organization had no reason to believe a police drone would have been operating near the airport. Matrundola expects that it'll take months for the plane to be repaired and put back into service. All right, it had a semi-bent prop and some damage done on the fuselage. I don't know what it costs to fix planes, but this Cessna 172 is a single engine, four-seater, and is most popular in flight schools, at least in that area of
The
Canada.
Cessna 172, it's a workhorse out there. I had one
Okay,
out at Republic.
Yeah,
Okay.
That is funny.
what happened?
El Schmeghead.
What do you have to
Yeah, so this
admire the
was
way Phantom
this
Flight omits
was the
to
York
put a
Regional
link in the
Police.
chat to prevent
Yeah.
me from joining the stream. No, we you know what? We're gonna have you come by too much. We need to have you. Actually, wait a minute. He was on. Have we had El Smeghead on? I can't remember. We've had so many people. No, I don't think so. We have to arrange that. Do AA say, do as I say and not as I do for the police? Adrian
Well,
Lee.
the first time I believe the police actually hit one of their own helicopters with or playing with the drone the first time. So, I mean, at least they're trying to hit someone else. No, but
Welsh Rob says
no,
there's no height restriction in
they
Canada
do.
on 50-gram drones. That's nuts.
No,
Really?
no,
No.
not necessarily true. No,
That
not
can't
necessarily
be
true.
right.
right.
No
Because
drone can be flown above X number of
That's
meters in Canada. That's Canadian law.
You're
He's
popping, Lawrence.
No. Look, I want to know what kind of drone it was.
yeah, that would
That
would
I
be-
don't see.
Yes, they
Oh.
did not
Because I'll
identify
tell you
the-
this. If it was a Mavic, we would have never heard about it because it would have gone down as a large bird. Oh, Canadian geese. Okay. Hit it, right? Okay. But I bet you it was a much larger drone, and these guys didn't want to reach in their own pocket and cover it up because it could have been a $20,000 drone, and we.
Oh, it
ain't
was an
putting that much scratch
expensive drone the
together.
first time.
Huh?
It was a very expensive drone the first time.
Welsh
Somebody's
Rob
got to
said-
answer for
And
that, right?
they hit one of their own helicopters.
Yeah,
And the helicopter took it out. So
That damn Molson beer is too damn strong. You know that? I'm just saying.
it's either that or the homegrown. I don't know.
hey, they have a few farms up there, don't they? I'm just
Well,
asking.
no, it's legal across the
I-
country. Medicinal, not just medicinal, recreational marijuana is legal in
Yeah,
Canada.
they're homegrown.
Well, where he lives, no
I
height
had
was.
special coffee this morning.
See this, Tom? Welsh Rob says you're wrong. Where Hugh lives, there's no height restriction on sub 250. Well, breaking news: the Flyby guys have done first drone delivery in Finland. Hey, we did that earlier, Smeghead. I think you had stepped away to talk to wifey. But yes, congratulations to Stefan from the Flyby guys. That was our first story.
Yes.
They actually made breaking drone news in the drone news community for their first drone delivery. We actually show a video earlier of their test of what would happen if a box fell with supplies in it from 20 meters.
They're conducting.
They did wrap in paper bag and put a bunch of bananas in, and it was banana pudding when it hit the ground. At least
they're
most of it.
conducting their flight test between the 23rd and the 29th.
Yes, and they also did a distance test to test the signal, the signal for between drone and pilot over a distance. Yeah, you must have been yapping with Katie, and then he came. Hey, Steve. Steve. Hey, Rob C. How are you? I got in here a little late, quick rundown. What have I missed? Well, the Flyby guys, go to their page. They have their first test. They're doing testing, like Herman said, from the 23rd to the 29th of this month.
Yes.
And they
So,
they're testing drone delivery from Finland to one of the outer islands.
well,
2
basically
kilometer
what
run.
they're saying here, the Laudixon Apteki Pharmacy. If you order items from the pharmacy,
You guys are hurting
they
me.
will
You
be
know that, right?
What happened?
You know you hurt me, right? Just say a pharmacy in Finland. We got it.
Helsinki?
In Helsinki. We'll
well,
go with that.
Well,
Okay.
I just figured that someone
There's just
from
too many letters
Helsinki-
there, dude.
I just figured someone from Helsinki was watching and they
Look.
might want to know exactly which
There's two.
pharmacy
We'll
it is
post
that
the
they
story
can-
up on the Facebook page. There's too many damn letters there. We'll never get to the Fly for Fun show.
Well, all of the double E's and K's and stuff like that. I had trouble with this, and I wanted to make sure I got it so that way the people in Helsinki would know exactly which pharmacy they had to order from. Damn it. And that's where you get your stuff from. Mail delivered by drone.
Hey, one request out
Oh.
there. Any of you guys that are in Canada that have that can find that citation to under a sub 250 can fly at any height. If you could throw a link
Well,
up
you
for us,
know who
please.
you could have asked, but he's no longer in the chat probably, would have been Hugh.
It was
Yeah,
here.
because
Yeah, 'cause
everything
he
that I
flies
see
pure sub
points-
250, so he can
everything I see states everything in Canada is to maintain below 122 meters. So, that's why if you have a link to it or something, throw it up there. I'd appreciate it. I always love to check those sources.
Okay. Because I know he's a big sub 250 guy when it comes to
Yeah.
flying.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
That's all
Okay.
that's all he does.
Looking good.
But yeah, so the that's what's happening. The Flyby guys has got that going on. And then as you remember, the other story we were talking about the 5G network or the 5G platform that Qualcomm has a drone platform operating on.
Yes, they plan on initiating the 5G platform along with Wi-Fi 6 to for visual communication beyond visual line of sight.
It's called an
With-
APN.
He was on telling me that the last video he went high and put up a notice. Thanks, Lawrence. I saw that video as soon as it was uploaded. Stephen is an awesome creator. Yes, Stephen from the Flyby guys, he documents and vlogs everything. They actually have a second video. I cannot put it up because I have not seen it, but they are doing tests. They did the Dropbox test. They did the distance signal test to see how far they could go, what interruptions they would get on their way to the island. Now, as far as the actual test, today's the 25th. They've only been at it for 2 days. I'm figuring within the next day or two, Stephen will probably upload something saying that it was a successful flight.
Well,
Or
after speaking
Was
to
it successful? I pray it was, but he's very honest and forthcoming when it comes to whatever he does because his name is on the Flyby guys. These guys travel.
Who's the CEO?
These guys travel internationally doing drone jobs and other stuff, which I will not say unless he gave me permission to do, but they do a lot of stuff drone related internationally. And FYI, they will be here in the United States, skipping around from Las Vegas to Chicago to New York, and then they're out of here to go back to Finland.
So we'll be here next month.
Yes, next month, but they will be on Stephen will be on Herman's live stream this Wednesday coming up, I believe, right, Herman?
He's expected to be here this Wednesday.
Right. Well, provided nothing happens, everything goes right, and I'll be able to play the videos and he'll give us some insight on what they were actually doing. So it's good to find out. Don't forget to check out the Fly for Fun show, which is coming on immediately after hours.
Yeah, it should be on in a few minutes because it's about that time, everyone.
Thanks for
Lawrence,
being
you're clipping.
Yeah, you
Huh?
are clipping, Lawrence. You're clipping. Your
Your
audio. Yeah,
audio.
your audio's been clipping badly.
That's a little weird. I just lowered my
Yeah.
mixer. Maybe that was it. I don't know.
Okay, you're coming through clean now.
Yeah.
Okay, I just lowered it like a 1.5 of
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
notch.
that's probably what it was.
Yeah, you were clipping. That's all it was.
Okay, I apologize for that, guys.
That's
Okay,
okay.
guys, go over and support Johnny and Ray
Yeah,
Kelly,
go
the
on
good
over there and
Captain
tell
Ray
them we
Kelly.
sent you. Tell them those
Absolutely.
guys sent you. So everybody, it's about that time.
No problem, else Snakehead.
I'd like to thank everyone for stopping by and hanging out with us tonight. For without you, none of this would be possible. Do it just for you. Just come here and hang out, talk. So you guys got anything to say before we leave?
Be
Well-
safe, people.
No, that's it. Be safe, fly safer.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll be back again on Sunday on Novice Quads. And you guys have a good evening. Don't forget to check out the Fly for Fun show. And I'll see you next time on Phantom Flight 101 with
Good
those
night.
guys.
Those guys.